So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this very dark jet black hair. I'm very excited to have done this today. It was a process because, you know, the dyeing of the hair, the mixing, the letting it sit, the washing it, the drying it. Anywho, I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But if you would like to see how I was able to cover up some of the bleach that I had in the past, some of the red that I had in my hair, and got this very dark black look, then keep watching. And I will show you what I had to do to accomplish this look. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so let me go ahead and start off by showing you what I'm going to be using today, and then we can get to the putting it on our hair process. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with a 10 volume cream developer, and then the dye that I'm going to use is called Ultra Cool Black. The number is A11/52D. So this is pretty much a jet black color. So I've got two of these. Each one of these is 2 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and use all 4 since my hair is about halfway down my back. I'm also going to be using this cool little brush to help get into your roots a lot better. This I'm just using to untangle my hair. This here are black reusable latex gloves, just so that I don't get my hands all stained with the black dye. I also have some Johnson's Pure Petroleum Jelly, since this is a really, really dark color. I mean, probably the blackest you can go. I'm going to put a little bit of this around my hairline, just so that my skin doesn't get stained, or try to keep it from getting stained as much as possible. And then just a couple of hair clips. So this is what I am going to be using. Oh, one more thing. Little mixing bowl to mix the developer and the hair dye. And I got something somewhat, I mean, it's not really big, but it's big enough for me to be able to stir it and mix it in really, really well. So let me go ahead and get started on that, on mixing everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix both of these. I'm going to pour both of these in my container, and then I'm going to do 4 ounces of developer, so equal amounts. I have 4 ounces of dye. I'm going to mix it with 4 ounces of developer. Let me go ahead and get that prepped, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I've gone ahead and mixed everything. It's in this handy dandy, I don't want to spill it, little bowl. So I'm going to give that a good stir. You want to make sure that the developer and the color are very, very well mixed. Okay, so I've got that pretty much done. I'm going to let that sit for just a second. My hair is currently, I'm just going to show you real quick before I start the dyeing process, but I'm going to make it quick before this thing sits here too long. So my hair is a red color, and don't judge me, okay? I look a little Mufasa-like. That's only because I've already combed it out, so it's looking a little wild. But anyway, I just want you to see what I currently have, so you can see or get a better idea of a before and after. So my roots are pretty grown out. I've got about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. The rest of it is red, and then I do have some streaks in between that are a lighter red. So my goal today is to darken it up, obviously, since I'm going with black, and then just to cover everything, to cover this lighter, to cover the red, and to have my roots match the same color. So this dark black with a gray undertone is going to go ahead and cover everything pretty much. So I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you a little bit of how I'm going to start dyeing it, and then I'm going to go off camera because I might need both hands, so I don't want to have to be touching the camera and the hair dye all at once, and then I'll come back once it's all dyed. So I'm going to go ahead and use my hair clips here, and I'm going to go ahead and just part it a little lower than right in the middle, like so. And I'm just gonna, sorry, I'm gonna look in the mirror over here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's hot right there, that's sexy. Would you talk to me if you saw me looking like this at Walmart? No, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, what is this girl? What is she doing? Looking all kinds of crazy. Okay, so anywho, I'm going to go ahead and part this bottom part that I just separated like this, and I'm going to start in small portions to make sure that I am covering all of my hair. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is getting dark. Okay. Just giving this a last little mix just to once again make sure that we are completely combined. Okay. Since I have a lot of this light color in between, I'm going to go ahead and start with the bottom part of my hair, just like so, so that it has more time to settle in the light portions of my hair, so that I make sure that that gets really, really dark. Because it's going to be easy for the black to catch on my roots because my hair is already black, my natural hair color. It's not naturally a jet black, but it's pretty dark. It's pretty black. Alright, so I'm just starting at the roots and rubbing that in, moving it up. Just working it into my hair to make sure that I'm covering every single strand. Like so. Once I get this all in my hair from bottom to my roots, I am then going to take this as well and lightly comb through my entire head. So that I make sure that it's not, I've already combed it so it's not tangled, which is something you want to make sure you do, but once I get the dye in all of it, I'm going to comb through it just to make sure that if there's any pieces of hair that kind of stuck together, that the dye is getting in between all of those as well. So, pretty basic. What I'm going to keep doing is working the rest of my hair, getting it really good in the front here. I already put petroleum jelly. I don't know if you can see it, but I am a little greasy around here. But that's just so the dye doesn't stain my face. So let me go ahead and continue doing this off camera just so that I don't mess this up. And so that once I get dye on all of my hair, I'm probably going to use both hands, and I don't want to be having to go back and forth on the camera. So you get the idea of what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to get all of this all the way down to my scalp, work on this part, put this bottom half down, work on this part, and then I will be right back. Alright, I am back and I am all done. If you can see, this black is catching on really, really well, even on the lighter red portions. Now that light red in my hair was originally bleached. That part was bleached and I had some like blonde streaks, and then eventually I got tired of it. I wanted to go red, so when I dyed it all red, obviously the bleached portions were lighter, which I actually really, really liked. But I'm over it and I'm ready to go dark, and this is very, very dark. This is going to get some getting used to. Now my hair is originally dark. My natural hair color is black. Not as jet as this, but still black. So I'm kind of excited to go back to my original color with maybe a little more pizzazz, a little darker, a little more silky jet look to it. So anyway, I've had this on now for about 20 minutes, so I'm probably going to leave it on for another 10, possibly. I might go ahead and do 15 just to make sure that the lighter red, you know, what was originally bleached, really, really gets that, really catches that dark color. Alright, a few things. I had not washed my hair before dyeing it. I had not washed it in 4 days. I know, gross. Don't judge me, okay? But I find that when your hair is dirty and even a little just greasy, just kind of yucky, the dye tends to adhere to dirty hair a lot better than if you wash it and then you dye it, or even if you washed it yesterday and then you dyed it today, your hair is still fairly clean. So I had not washed it in 4 days. I made sure that before I added any dye that I had combed through all of my hair and that it was as untangled as possible. That just makes the actual dye application go a lot smoother opposed to you trying to untangle it as you're adding the dye to it, because that can become really tedious and frustrating. And once you're doing dye, you want to be quick with it. You want to get it on there, spread it, make sure that it's on there evenly, make sure that you're doing it as quick as possible so then you can get to this point where now you're just letting it sit, letting it do its job, opposed to just taking forever untangling and doing your hair. So with that said, all of the items that I used today I bought at Sally's Beauty Supply. Except for this, for the plastic container. This is just an old Tupperware thing that I had laying around. So I think that's it. So I will go ahead and let this sit a little bit longer. Then I will wash it and come back to you, ladies. Thank you, Stacey. Ladies, I am back finally, hair dry, styled. And I get to show you the end result. So this is it. I'll zoom in a little bit. As you can see, it's dark. It's obviously black, but it's not. Well, let me rephrase that. In person, it's dark. It's very jet black. On the camera, it looks like a dark brown, close to black. But anywho, it's black. Believe me when I tell you it's really dark. But anyway, this is the end result. I just went ahead and blow dried it, and then I added, since my hair is in layers, I added some curls to the end, and those seem to stay a lot better on layered hair. So this is it, the end result. This is the after. I hope you guys like it. It is very soft, very silky, very smooth. I didn't add any product after. I shampooed it, I conditioned it, and then I added some argan oil, and that was it. That's the only product I have in my hair, just a little bit of argan oil. I worked it really well in the tips of the hair to make sure that those stayed nice and moisturized. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful to you, and stick around for many more videos to come. Thank you. See you guys soon.